I think I've always had a strong sense of fairness. I've always been, since I was very young, thinking about why things are the way they are and questioning and questioning and questioning. Fairness is very important to me. When I got into Bitcoin in 2013, I just fell in love with the technology and saw the potential of actually allowing people to interact with each other on a trusted layers. If we were doing business, we can do that on a level playing field. I think that's the most important thing. So, but fairness is an important thing in all that. That neither one of us can cheat the other, and that we also have the same opportunities to do things. So it's about opportunities, about people having the same tools at their disposal, so the playing field isn't skewed towards one or the other. Like, for instance, access to banking. Some people cannot, start selling. They don't have access to banking. They don't have access to capital. And just technology like this could change that. The most inspiring thing for me is that this is a technology that doesn't discriminate and is actually able to create this fairness in the world. This is the most efficient transaction processing machine ever built. And anything that we do is not just about financial transactions, but it's about transacting between people. So it's about showing people what is possible. There's been so much misinformation. There's a lot of wrong narratives out there about what blockchain in the Bitcoin protocol can actually do. I want to change that. We just show people you can actually use this for some good stuff. I think identity and self-sovereign identity is very exciting. That is something that we are working on with multiple partners, and we need to get in there because everything that you do, if you have this trust layer where you're interacting with each other, I need to know who you are. You need to know if I go to a store or do something, there's in some cases you need to know how old I am. So identity is very much part of all that, all those interactions that we need to do, but not in the hands of a central organization, but decentralized self-sovereign identity. And I think that's blockchain is the only technology that will allow us to do that. We're talking to very big companies now, very big organizations, the agriculture industry, pharmaceuticals, all kinds of things, very interesting things. Their mind is blown when they see, well, you can actually use this technology for something more than just some trading and some financial stuff. You can actually do more with it. And when we tell them about what we're able to do from a scalability sense, they're just amazed and they want to get involved, which is really exciting. I think we all feel pressure to deliver something that's never been delivered before. That's the hard thing here. We're doing something that everybody's been saying is impossible for 10 years. Scalable blockchain ecosystem. Terranode is very, very new. The concept is also very new and it's very complex. We proved how you can scale a Bitcoin-based node to multi-million transactions a second, but the execution is where it's hardest. I'm confident that we solved the problem, but there's still a lot of work to do just from a software engineering standpoint. So what we're doing now is just testing, fixing small things, doing the hard work of software engineering, and that's what we'll be continue doing for the next months and maybe years, improving the software. Fun story. It's been a very painful process. It's because we're doing something that nobody's done before. When we started out, in last year, we're doing the proof of concept. We could easily push it to 600,000-700,000 transactions a second. But when we went above that, weird things started happening. We had to do a lot of architecting around infrastructure problems, and that's something we didn't expect. So the basic concept, transaction validation, the things that people thought were going to be the hard stuff, that was done very quickly. It was very easy. It's actually much harder to run a complex system at scale with all the networking with running in Kubernetes and Kubernetes limitations as well. In the beginning, we had some issues with networking. So literally went for 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, and then it just actually started to break. And things just stopped working. And that had to do with network joking. And that was just very weird. So that has been architected around. So there's a lot of configuration that we can do to actually work around that, run it in different configurations. I think that was the beginning of last year, before the May 1 million TPS proof of concept, that we were doing that. We were cranking it up and seeing very weird things out. We were working very hard, distributed applications team, to make it easier to build, make it easier to scale applications. And I think that's where the really exciting things happen. Terranode is supposed to be boring. It does 1 million transactions a second, it's processing all these transactions, but the exciting bit is supposed to happen in the application layer. And we're going to be doing a lot of education, a lot of videos and material about that, and showing people how to use that in the hope to make it super easy to build on top of BSV.